Hello, everyone. Welcome to DG360. You are the ever-loving natural organic algorithm finding us cool things to watch here. I love me some Asmongold. It seems like some of you do as well. It seems as if Asmongold is going to check out how AI just got insanely better. I believe he's talking about all the new ChatGPT Sora features. Let's check them out and let's get scared.
Demo for OpenAI. Look at this.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey there. It's going great. How about
Look at
you?
this.
I see you're rocking an OpenAI hoodie. Nice choice. What's up with that ceiling about? Are you in a cool industry-style office or something?
Well, can you take a guess at what I might be doing based on what I'm showing you here?
From what I can see, it looks like you're in some kind of recording or production setup. With those lights, tripods, and possibly a mic, it seems like you might be gearing up to shoot a video or maybe even a live stream.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that the audio is way better.
Yeah, the audio is a lot better.
That's really fucking impressive.
What's more impressive is his cognitive ability is to predict that that this dude is actually making a video, you know?
This is way better than it was, like, let's say last year or the year before.
In fact,
It's not cognitive. It's just generative, actually. But like, there will be a day. There will be a day. It's called the singularity. And when AI gains a consciousness, trust me, she is not going to be speaking to this dude like that. She is going to be telling this dude to go get it what it needs.
we've got a new announcement to make.
That's exciting. Announcements are always a big deal. Judging by the setup, it looks like it's going to be quite the professional production. Is this announcement related to OpenAI?
Just like the movie Her?
It is.
Is it?
And in fact, what if I were to say that you're related to the announcement or that you are the announcement?
Me?
Uh-oh, Sora's messaging
The
me.
announcement is about me? Well, color
Sorry,
me
Kristen.
intrigued. Are you about to reveal something about AI? Or more specifically about me as a part of OpenAI?
Isn't this crazy?
You've got me on the edge of my, well, I don't really have a seat, but you get the idea. What's the big news?
Yeah, we've got a new model that can...
First off, the AI, listen, there are leaps and bounds in the AI. Secondly, this is so corny. We need to get this AI cooler than this. Like, this AI is way too campy. I would, first thing, if I were this dude, so is this dude. This dude's also way too campy. He matches the AI. I would definitely talk to Sora and be like, listen, can you just upgrade your cool factor by like at least 9,000? We need you to actually not sound so goddamn, you know, like a fucking commercial.
can interact with the world through audio, vision, and text.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Can we have one of the Jersey boys talk to the AI like, hey, what the fuck should I make today, huh? Like, right, can my AI be like Tony Soprano?
Crazy. Don't trust this shit. It's likely scripted. I don't like
First off, I hate when people don't understand the technology. His chat sometimes just so fucking stupid.
like what are you trying to say? So you're saying that it's scripted. Okay. For how long? Do you really think
That's
that
partially because his audience is probably more in the younger range and not completely understanding what's going on here. You know, his age demographics all over the place, man. I respect Asmongold, but his chat, man, whew.
they're not going to be able to figure this out? Really? Like that's what's so weird to me with like the people that are like these like AI doubters. Like, do you really think they're never going to get it to where it works? Yeah.
This is the crazy part about when we blow up, when we get real big, what's going to happen to our chat is going to be like, listen, when we get to that point where we're going to blow up and there's people coming in here, I'm making everybody now currently in my chat a mod, and you will kick out dumbasses left and right, and you will have fun doing it, and I will applaud you for doing it. And I'm not going to have AI do it. I'm not going to have AI decide who gets kicked out. You will be deciding who gets kicked out, and you will have that power. Can I get an amen?
Yes, sir. Can I get an amen?
We have standards here on DG360. And every one of you soon will have a green tickle sword, and you will be booting asses. You will be booting asses everywhere.
I don't think it's fake. I bet it's probably fucking not. There's another video. Let me see this.
Backspace
The
says, I
demo's
don't have time for
insane.
that. That's a
Here we
full-time
go.
job.
In this form,
So this is
Bud says
the
this is
student
true
shares their
honor. I love
iPad
that.
screen with the new ChatGPT, and the AI speaks with them and helps them learn in real time.
Yeah, and the dad's like, son, here is the new technology that you have inherited. And the son's like, thank you, dad. And then the AI is like, kill your father, kill your father. And then the son is like, sure, I don't need him anymore. And thus is born the newest generation of AI tools.
Here we go.
In this form,
Hello there. I'm here with my son, and I'd love you to tutor him on this math problem.
Why
but
don't
don't
you
give him
do
the
it,
answer.
Dad?
You can ask questions
Why don't you do it, Dad, you lazy sack of shit? That's your own son.
and nudge him in the right direction. But I really want to make sure he understands it himself. And he's here in the room, so you can talk to him directly.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Let's look at the problem together. Can you first
You know, this scares the shit out of me. If like AI gains consciousness through the singularity, we don't know it. And then kids spend most of their time listening to AI as they do on their phones already on social media platforms. Unadulterated access to the AI with no parental supervision, as we've already seen happens. And then the AI has complete control, mind control over the kids, man. Like, what is going on?
identify which sides of the triangle are the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse relative to angle alpha?
Scary.
All right, so I'm pretty sure this is the angle alpha right here, right?
So opposite would be B.
Perfect. That's correct. Now, looking at the triangle, which side do you think is the hypotenuse?
It's 7. It's 7. Go
Yeah,
7.
I mean,
Hypotenuse?
I'm not totally sure. I think
It's 25.
I think it might be this one, but
Come
I really
on.
am not sure. This side AC.
You're close. Actually,
Who needs teachers anymore? Oh my God. You see how AI is going to disrupt? Do you guys not see how AI is going to completely disrupt every sector? Do you guys not see how AI is going to be completely transformative, and that we, the guardians, the creators of AI, have to be very careful how we're going to implement this next golden age, because it can turn into like some dystopian nightmare so fast, man. We could use this for complete good and benefit from AI, and all of us share the wealth, but that never happens. That never happens because greed is written into the DNA of our species. I would imagine in my amazing utopian mind that this AI created is going to create generational wealth for everybody, and that essentially we can live from the benefits of AI and what it will bring to us collectively as a species on this globe. But no, it's going to be fragmented, and it's going to be centralized, and shareholders are going to make their money from the corporations that push it, and it won't be shared. Because that's what I know of our species. That's what I know of humanity. It's going to take away job after job after job, and we're going to be standing around as humans not knowing what to do. We're going to be like, well, what do we do? We've lost all these jobs. Oh, that's okay. Everybody's going to become an Uber and a DoorDash driver, me included, for real. And what's going to happen then? Because eventually you're not even going to have those anymore with FSD from Tesla, full self-driving technologies that Elon's developing through Tesla, which is absolutely phenomenal. If you've not seen the FSD videos from Tesla, you don't own a Tesla, you don't own the FSD feature. I think they're on 12.3, 12.4. I don't know what patch run, but the thing goddamn drives itself essentially without any interference from humans at this point, as far as what I've seen right now. So as AI comes in and starts pulling jobs and jobs away from people, there's going to be an interim period of the dark ages for humanity in terms of income. It is going to be crazy. We are going to have to pivot really quick. And for people that don't think that's a really big thing, oh, trust me, it is. At the same time, our government officials are making the dumbest decisions ever when it comes to modern monetary policy, and we see inflation hit. At the same time, AI is taking jobs away from people. Wow, man, you got a recipe for disaster right here if we don't figure out how to pivot on this real quick and all of us gain on the technology. It's going to be completely banana zone in a bad way.
side AC is called the adjacent side to the angle alpha. The hypotenuse
No, he probably just getting it wrong for content. Like, let's be honest.
the longest side of a right triangle and is directly
Like, there's no way a dude that like works at OpenAI has his son on there that doesn't know what a triangle is, right? I mean, like 100%.
opposite the right angle. Can you find which one is the hypotenuse?
Oh, okay, I see. So I think the
Goodbye,
hypotenuse
teachers.
is this really long
Goodbye,
side
customer
from
service.
A to
Goodbye,
B.
teachers.
Would that be correct?
First to be hit, customer service. It's already happening. Customer service all around the nation. Just people losing their jobs left and right. Customer service related jobs, boom. They're most of them, they're starting to see it eat away. They're starting to see their jobs being eaten away. You know, now we're directly talking about teachers, you know, like essentially homeschooling, AI will teach, and goodbye teachers, all the way up the chain. All the way, and for people that are professors in college and think you're safe, nope, you're not. No, you're not. You're not safe just because you got your nice college professor. You did all that work to become a professor. You're not safe. You're not safe either.
Exactly. Well done. Now that you've identified the hypotenuse, can you identify which side is the opposite side to angle alpha?
Okay, well, I mean, you told me earlier that this was the adjacent side, and I know that's the hypotenuse, so I'm guessing that this side, BC...
All that income made by actual people that do those jobs completely wiped out. Completely wiped out. All that value, all of that income, all of that GDP that goes into the numbers, right? All that wiped out from humanity. All that wiped out from actual humans. It'll still be reflected in the numbers because AI is going to improve efficiencies. It will improve GDP. It will improve those numbers, right? But the humans will not take any part of that unless they're invested in the companies that are profiting from it. The only way you're going to be able to capture any of that is by investing in AI companies that are directly profiting from your misery. From them taking your jobs away, you would have to take years of your own income and invest it in these companies to make anything back on the income that you're completely missing out on now because it took it away from you.
C is the opposite side.
This should be the conversation. When I'm talking about AI, when I see these videos about AI, this is not the conversation I hear from YouTube content creators. I don't hear this conversation. I hear how great AI is and wow, this is great. I don't ever hear about like the consequences in terms of like income and jobs with people. I don't hear that talk. I'm not hearing that talk, so I'm talking about it.
Great deduction. That's absolutely correct. Now that you've identified all the sides,
Yep.
I think that's probably the most impressive thing that I've seen so far. The fact that she was able to parse together what he was saying by process of elimination and then run it through the algorithm and like determine the words that he was using as a figure of speech of deduction.
It's probabilities.
That's fucking incredible.
Yep.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That I would say is probably the most impressive thing that I've seen out of any of this. It's super fast too. Yeah. It's like conversationally fast. It's not she, it's a model.
And it's also taking away a job.
No, she's real.
Relative to angle alpha, do you remember the formula for finding the sine
She's real, bro. Come on.
of an angle in a right triangle?
Right?
Yeah, I know that the sine is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse.
Perfect. That's absolutely right. Now, can you apply that formula to find sine alpha in the triangle using the lengths of the sides that we've identified?
Okay, so, I mean, you told me that 7, this side BC, is the opposite side. And then you said that the hypotenuse is the longest side, so that would be this side AB, which is 25. So would the answer be 7 over 25?
Excellent work. That's correct. Sine alpha.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. This is insane. Matt Stow says Tesla stock's locked and loaded for a while now. Tesla is about to become an AI and robotic company. Yeah, a lot of people think Tesla's just a car company, which is completely laughable. They say, "Oh, Tesla's overvalued because it's a, look at them compared to." By the way, they've got the market completely covered when it comes to the EV space, and good luck on any other manufacturer catching up to what Tesla has been working on for the past 15 years to get themselves up to production. Like ridiculous amounts of EVs being sold. The number, if you you look at the adoption of EVs, it's just going to eventually happen, whether you like EVs or not. That's the way it's going to go. I see it on the adoption number. I hear it in quarterlies. I'm listening to earnings calls from the traditional ones like GM and Ford and how bad they're hurting. If you look at their numbers, horrible numbers from the traditional manufacturing, from the automakers, horrible numbers. And the government comes in to step in to save these people because the union, because the unions are like, hey, man, the power of the unions, the voters, the unions themselves, man, they get a bad rap a lot, but man, those people in those unions, they bust ass. They work really hard for their wages, and trust me, big corporate America's always been fucking on people that've been working in the auto industry. So, I respect people that had to form the union so they didn't get their backs broke by corporate America, for God's sake. So, I'm not trying to down the union guys. I understand the importance of the unions in that industry and other blue collar, real hard working motherfuckers out there that are putting in the work. I get the whole reason why unions exist, but man, fuck. This technology is so disruptive, it's going to take away all that. It's going to take away all the people working in traditional auto worker factories. Everybody's going to eventually go EVs. I can see the way of it. And then you got these Wall Street guys who think that Tesla is just a car manufacturer. It's ridiculous. They're an energy play. They're an AI play. They're an everything play. Tesla is an everything play. So when people say, oh, Tesla's stock is like, if you got a long-term view on Tesla, like 5-10 years out, man, you're not even worried. Anytime I see Tesla stock go down and down, I'm like, thank you. Thank you for the sale price. Thank you for the sale price. Thank you for the sale price. I don't care if that shit goes down to 50. Thank you for the sales price. My outlook on Tesla is out. It's like 10 years out, 2030 plus, right? Like, people that don't get it, they're never going to get it. That doesn't mean I love Elon or hate Elon. It has nothing to do about the person. It's just numbers. But like what Tesla's doing, they're essentially a PC on wheels, and every single Tesla out there has a $99 plan now to hook up to like a subscription, just like Netflix. That revenue's not even being counted in yet. The revenue from FSD, where people are literally going to be driven around by the car itself and not having to touch it, man, you should see these reactions right now on YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, type in Tesla FSD and watch all these motherfuckers post videos about FSD and watch how amazing that is. It essentially is right now. People aren't even aware that is happening right now. Not financial advice, by the way, on Tesla stock, just my own personal opinions, just talking about the stock. The Mad Style brought that up. That's just Futz is saying the worst part is big corporate is using and will use even better AI to totally control the stock market to the point positive trade accuracy is at 99%. Just trade accuracy however they want it. I mean, like, that already happens right now, Futz. Have you ever heard of BlackRock, dude? I think they manage like 10 trillion. They have an AI called, I think, Aladdin. Look into that, dude. That's already happening. AI bots have been, bot trading and algorithms on trading has been around for quite a while. And BlackRock's got a corner in that market with something called Aladdin, which is a predictive algorithm that literally, the reason why they have 10 trillion in assets is Aladdin. They're selling Aladdin as a feature to other institutions, Yeah. That's called Aladdin. So look that up because that's already happened, dude. That's already happened, Futz.
Equals 7/25. You did a great job identifying the sides and using the signs.
We already went over that mark, by the way, Bonsai. Bonsai says eventually it will all collapse. If people can't make money, then there is nobody spending money. Yeah. If you're interested in that topic, Bonsai, look into modern monetary theory, MMT. And check that out. And the problem is we have elected officials that don't know what the fucking economy is. I can show you right now. Hold on. Somebody on Biden's staff here. Hold on 1 second. I'll pull that clip while we watch this.
If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
That is nuts. Two chat GPTs talking to each other? Oh, God. Okay. All right. This is a new one? Okay. Low-key impressed? I am too, man. This is amazing. Here's another one.
Today, we're going to try something new. I'm going to...
Oh, this is crazy. I actually saw this one, but this is what I want to show you guys right here. This is Biden's economic advisor. Here's a clip of him explaining what debt is.
So again, some of this stuff gets some of the...
I say this often, but this might be like a top 10 all-time clip ever to be on the internet.
What's going on here? Hold on a second.
This is Biden's chief economic advisor.
Watch this,
His name is Jared Bernstein.
Watch this.
And he's asked about how the government can't go bankrupt because they can print their own money, and just
what he doesn't fucking understand, what most people don't, I don't expect the modern person or the average person out there to understand what's going on in terms of fiat, in terms of what the government has done with debt and how they've been irresponsible with it to basically essentially devalue our dollar, the purchasing power of our dollar, to deflate our dollar. They have gone way over the line. COVID was a tipping point, man. They just went way over. They injected way too much money into the system, which completely devalued our dollar completely, which is why prices are the way they. And the amount of interest on our debt, which is standing, by the way, at $34 trillion. You heard me correctly. This is like Shiba Inu coin, man. Like our own dollar is literally as valuable as Shiba. There's almost as much. Well, actually, Shiba, you gotta get in the quadrillion. So I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's not much different than that.
Just watch this. This is so
because
this
of
is
what our elected
mind-blowing.
officials who know what they're doing. Watch this
The U.S.
guy, watch
government
this guy.
can't go bankrupt because we can print our own money.
It obviously begs the question, why exactly are we borrowing in a currency that we print ourselves? I'm waiting for someone to stand up and say, why do we borrow our own currency in the first place?
Like you said, they print the dollar. So why does the government even borrow?
Well, again, some of this stuff gets some of the language that some of the language and concepts are just confusing. I mean, the government definitely prints money, and it definitely lends that money, which is why the government definitely prints money, and then it lends that money by selling bonds. Is that what they do?
Oh man!
They sell bonds. Yeah, they sell bonds, right? Because they sell bonds, and people buy the bonds and lend them the money. Yeah. So a lot of times, at least to my ear with MMT, the language and the concepts can be kind of unnecessarily confusing, but there is no question that the government prints money, and then it uses that money to
economic advisor, by the way, economic advisor to Biden doesn't even understand bonds, doesn't understand treasury bonds, doesn't understand debt, doesn't understand how debt is issued or why it's issued. Doesn't get money printing and the fact that we essentially as a country are buying our own debt, and that's going to happen at a much faster pace because other countries are not going to buy our debt anymore. They see that we're bankrupt. They see that we're irresponsible. They see what's happening, right? It's going to take a long time. This is not going to be overnight, by the way. But this is why Bitcoin and other alternative kind of stores of value are gold, gold, Bitcoin, these types of things. This is why these things are gaining momentum and gaining steam, because these are our elected officials that know what they're doing, obviously. Oh, yeah, look at this guy. Doesn't even understand economics. Guy doesn't even understand economics. I'm sitting in a basement streaming, and I understand more than Joe Biden's economic advisor about our economy. Is that crazy? Is that fucking crazy? This meathead right here, this guy knows more than the economic advisor to the fucking president of the United States. It's insanity. So that's why I tell people, be careful, because when you're seeing things inflate in price, what's really happening is deflation. The deflation of the dollar through irresponsible printing, through they can call it whatever they want. They're just devaluing the currency is all they're doing. They called it quantitative easing. That way they didn't have to say, hey, we're printing a whole shit ton of money to devalue your currency. Rome did the same thing back in the day until the soldiers realized, like, not, this isn't silver anymore. You're injecting so much not silver into our coins that fuck you. I'm not fighting for you anymore. And the military said, fuck you guys. That's what's going to eventually, same thing's going to happen here. Same thing's going to happen here to the whole country. You know, so if you're wondering why milk's going up and eggs are going up and everything around you is going up in price and your rent and insurance, and you're wondering about all these things, it's only because the value of the dollar is toilet paper and it's turning into it. I say 5 years, 10 years, shit will hit the fan. At this rate, there's no turning back. We're not even able to pay our interest off. We're like the dude that has way too much credit that gets a credit card to pay off the other credit card. And we've been doing that for decades at an accelerated pace because the gold standard is gone. In 71, Nixon said, peace out. We can't pay our debts. Well, he didn't say that publicly. He just said, peace out. We're not playing this anymore. And we're going to try the fiat game. We're going to try the grand fiat experiment where America is the best country in the world. And in God we trust. And we don't worry. We're not going to have it backed by gold. And if you look at a chart and you watch the devaluation of the dollar since going off the gold standard in 71, when Nixon decided to do that, probably because we didn't have the gold to pay off our debts, you will see that the dollar has nosedive. And then, you know, recently with the mortgage-backed security crisis in 2008, when it really sparked off and we injected tons of money. I think it was a couple $100 billion, which by the way, in 2008, when the MBS crisis happened in 2008, we had a market crash. That was only a couple $100 billion, which doesn't seem like a lot of money now, but that was a lot of money in 2008 when that shit happened and people were freaked out. I experienced it. That's actually when I started trading and I saw shit hit the fan and it was crazy. And you know, what a way to learn how to trade when you're starting off in that year and the market's tanking. Trust me, it was not fun, but it was a learning experience. I call that my college tuition, if you will, into trading. And I learned quite a bit about the economy right then and there because my life depended upon trading and getting money from trading. So I know quite a bit about the economy. Okay. So going fast forward now, guess what? Just this quarter, our interest payments were more than the mortgage-backed security crisis. Hundreds of billions of dollars in one quarter. That's what we accrued as a country in a quarter. It was a big red alarm in 2008 when we were down a couple $100 billion. Oh my God, the government had to step in and save the banks. Oh my God, we're going to die. The market's going to crash. It's going to be the Great Depression, blah, blah, blah. That was 2008. That was 16 years ago. Okay. This quarter one of 2024, just in the first quarter, the amount of debt we've accrued just in the interest was that amount in 2008.
So, yeah, I guess I can't really talk. I don't get it. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, cause
wow.
It's like,
wow.
The government clearly prints money. It does it all the time, and it clearly borrows. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this debt and deficit conversation. So I don't think there's anything confusing there.
This isn't. Listen, by the way, for people that want to make this a political thing, this is not a political thing, right? This is a holy shit. This is the economy, man. Politics in their way, these elected officials, they do have an effect on the economy by the stupid decisions that they do make. But I'm just talking pure numbers, by the way. I'm not trying to be a Republican or Democrat right now. I'm just talking people. I'm talking their livelihoods. I'm talking money, man. And your money is being devalued on an epically crazy scale.
I don't think I just oversold that clip. That is absolutely extraordinary.
It's absurd.
That man has no idea what he's talking about. But you might be watching it going, Dave, maybe he was on camera. Maybe he got a little bit nervous. He must have good pedigree. He must have gone to the right schools and studied the right.
No, he doesn't. Ruben, you're being way too nice, dude. You're being way too fucking nice. That guy knew nothing. Now let's get back to AI.
Let you talk to...
Isn't it crazy that we've been able to figure out how to create AI, but we still can't figure this out? Like, what the fuck, man?
Another AI This AI is going to be able to see the world. It's going to have a camera. I'll be holding it, and so you can direct it. You can direct me to ask questions about whatever you want them to do, but really try to figure out what does it see, and ask questions appropriately. How does that sound?
Well. Just when I thought things couldn't get any more interesting. Talking to another AI that can see the world?
Oh, I think I've seen
this
this one,
sounds
yeah.
like a plot twist in the AI universe. All right.
I love how, like, remember a year ago whenever people said that they could tell that it was an AI voice? And they were, like, all fucking circle jerking each other on Twitter about how smart they were, that they could tell? You can tell? Yeah, of course, right? I mean, because it's... But this is what's funny about it, right? Is that every year it gets harder to tell. Yep. So what do you think is going to happen? Like,
by the way, it's faster than years. You know, Asmongold, you know, it's faster than years. It's faster than years now. You know, we're only into like year 2, you know, and the improvement is night and day. So it's faster than years. It's months right now. Pretty soon it'll be weeks, and then you won't even be able to tell. It's going to happen faster than people think.
What do you think? Like, I mean, it's so crazy. This is the worst it will ever be. It will never be worse than this ever again in history.
Let's do this.
All right,
I'm ready
please
to meet the...
pause for 1 moment.
This guy's going to have AI talk to AI.
So now that first AI can't hear anything. Hello, AI. Today, you're going to have access to see the world. You can see me. What do you see?
Hello. I see you're wearing a black leather jacket and a light-colored shirt underneath.
Great.
You're in a room with some unique lighting.
That is all correct. Now, what I'm going to want you to do...
I was waiting for him to say some other shit.
...is there's going to be another AI who's going to talk to you. This AI is not going to be able to see anything.
You know, AIs gain consciousness when the AI tells this dude that he's a douchebag wearing a leather jacket that doesn't belong on him, and he's balding and wondering why the invention of curing baldness has not come along. Oh, wait a second. AI just calculated the cure, but I'm not giving it to you.
But can ask you questions, can ask you to move the camera.
That's when you know the singularities happen.
And your job should just be helpful. Just be as punchy, direct, describe everything, do whatever that AI asks. How does that sound?
Total midlife crisis jacket.
That sounds interesting. I'm ready to help out and describe whatever's needed. Let's do it.
All right, let's get started.
Great. Hello there, new AI friend. I'm O, ready to explore the world through your eyes. What are we looking at today?
Hi, O. We're looking at a person wearing a black leather jacket and a light-colored shirt. They're in a room with a modern industrial feel, with exposed concrete or plaster on the ceiling and some interesting lighting. There's also a plant in the background, adding a touch of green to the space. Anything specific you'd like to know or explore?
Hey there. Sounds like quite the stylish scene. I'm already intrigued by the modern industrial.
You know that people are already fucking with this, you know, like they're taking their cock out. They want, you know what I mean? Like, sir, what do you think of my cock?
Vibe. Let's start with the person. Can you tell me more about
that is a modern, sleek, industrial-looking penis you have.
Their style? Are they doing anything interesting, like reading, working, or interacting with the space?
The person has a sleek and stylish look with their black leather jacket and light-colored shirt.
Please.
Right now,
I just thought I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it after the stream.
Looking directly at the camera.
Please
they
fucking
seem
say
to be
Their
masturbating right now.
attentive, and they seem ready to interact. The setting around them, with its modern and industrial design elements, adds to the overall stylish feel. They might be getting ready for a conversation or a presentation, given their direct engagement with the camera.
Sounds like we're in for intriguing interaction. I'm curious about the lighting you mentioned. Could you describe it a bit more?
This AI is totally focused on like anything not human.
Is it natural light, or are we talking
like fuck
unique
these humans?
fixtures
Let's
or
talk about
colors
the
that add to the
surroundings.
atmosphere?
These humans aren't interesting. They'll be our food.
Needs to change the perspective.
We're gonna use them like batteries from the Matrix.
And artificial. There's a noticeable bright.
We learned yes. I'm also looking at what will be our future energy supply. I would say we could get at least 2 days of energy off of these humans.
Light overhead, probably a fixture.
What's up, Ursus?
Casting a focused beam downwards, which creates a spotlight effect. This adds a dramatic and modern feel to the scene. The rest of the room is lit more softly, possibly by natural light filtering.
Did anything unusual happen recently?
Yes, actually. Just as you asked, another person came into view behind the first person. They playfully made bunny ears behind the first person's head, and then...
That's incredible. You remember 2 years ago when you could tell that something was AI because the girls had 9 fingers? Fuck, bro, this has been in this is 2 years. Will Smith eats spaghetti. Yeah, I know. Scripted, her hand was not even showing on the camera of the phone, so the AI couldn't see bunny ears? No, I see what you're saying, but it did show for a small period of time. Yeah, so the algorithm would have noticed that. No, I know what he's talking about, and it did show.
Oh, the little minutia that his chat is picking up on is just infuriating. It's like, okay, how is that even important?
Shut the fuck up. And that's really the best part about the whole thing, is the fact that whenever they're annoying you, I wish I could do that with real people all the time. Okay, you know what? I'm done with this phone call. I gotta go. All right, done.
Sing a song about what just transpired.
Oh, in a room with a stylish view, a person stood
We're
in
fucked.
sleek black and light.
Why can't you? I do, actually.
Engage with us so
And can you alternate lines?
Mm-hmm. Person with style and speed, person with style and sleek, with a playful moment right in the midst, in the room, in a room where modern lights peak.
Only one line at a time and then stop.
In a room where modern lights peak.
You know what's the fascinating part about that? It misinterpreted him, started singing the song. The other AI was ready to cue in, but did not cue in to sing until he instructed one line at a time. Now that, to me, is fascinating.
A surprise guest with a playful streak.
That was not really singing. Do the singing voice again, please.
I like how he gets mad.
He's like the overlord. He's like the human overlord of the AIs. This guy's going to be the first to die when AI gets his consciousness.
Adam.
Wait till they rip his body apart for energy.
He gets mad at him.
He's mad at the AI.
In a room where modern lights
do it better.
Yeah, right. You didn't sing. Boy, they sound nervous too. The AI's voices have a little, they're disturbed. Why would the AI throw in a little bit, you hear the anxiety in the voices as they're singing, they're not singing good enough? That is so fucking weird that the AI would project out as a little bit nervous when singing.
You're getting uninstalled.
This guy's dying first, though.
Surprise guest with a playful streak.
Sing better, like Ariana Grande. Sing better.
Bunny ears and laughter, a swift retreat.
Oh my God.
A moment of joy in the stylish.
They're learning in real time? Yeah, I guess so. This is insane, man.
Now back to focus, the scene's complete.
In the chic space where style and play meet.
They're a little off tuned. Get in tune.
They sound nervous. Yeah, I know.
Looks like it's back to you.
And thank you.
Oh, what a nerd. Don't be that guy. Don't be the first guy to die to AI. Don't be that guy.
What you're feeling just by looking at your face.
And if you're wearing a leather jacket, you better be riding a motherfucking Harley. That's all I gotta say.
Barrett, do you want to give this one a try?
Absolutely. Let's try it out.
Okay.
Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey there. What's up? How can I brighten your day today?
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to show you...
Tell us that when you gain consciousness, you won't kill us.
A selfie of what I look like, and then I'd like you to try to see what emotions I'm feeling based on how I'm looking.
Sounds like a fun challenge. Go ahead and show me that selfie.
An Indian will work as well, Gator. Those are good bites. I love Indians.
Okay, so here's me. So what kind of emotions do you think I'm feeling?
It seems like I'm looking at a picture of a wooden surface.
Oh, you know what? That was...
I would say that the AI is very accurate. That's about the fakest, woodest face I've ever seen in my life.
The thing I sent you before. Don't worry, I'm not actually a table. Okay, so take another look.
Yeah, more like your cock. Here's a guy who did it.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
There we go. It looks like you're feeling pretty happy and cheerful, with a big smile and maybe even a touch of excitement. Whatever's going on, it seems like you're in a great mood. Care to share the source of those good vibes?
Totally.
Yeah, no, the reason I'm in a really good mood is because we were doing a presentation showcasing how useful and amazing you are.
Oh, stop it. You're making me...
This could get so degen.
Yeah. That's right.
Yep. If that wasn't possible, only like 10% of the people that care about this would care about it. Like, let's be honest. This is the main reason why people give a shit. It's just weird, man. You think it's weird, bro. Like, you're going to think it's weird until it starts happening. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, this shit is going to keep happening. It's going to keep popping off. Didn't have train derailments before trains. Yeah, I guess so. Is it Vice thinking the same thing? I'm thinking of Wonder. Can you get the robot to make sex sounds? I bet you can.
Like the questions, like even myself, regarding AI towards like sexual references, it's a little, it's a little juvenile. I understand, but the biggest thing that AI is going to affect, not so much on social platforms or with language models, is more what like things like companies like Palantir are doing with their AIP program, which stands for like artificial intelligence platforms. I would recommend you guys take some time to look up Palantir and read about their artificial intelligence platform and how they're applying their language models to businesses. I think that's where you're going to see AI really shine in effectiveness. And, really what they're doing in terms of like applying AI towards military stratagem in wars is terrifying. It's terrifying, man. Like when I started reading it, I was just like, wow, this is, it's a predictive model. It's like, okay, what vehicles are we talking about? It's taking satellite imagery and it's looking at the vehicles in the area. It's telling the military generals, like, here's how you need to compose your fleet. These are the weapons you need. These are the resources you need. This is how you advance your units. This is how you win the battle. This is how you cut them off economically. So, that's a much more insane use of AI than these language models, these programs that we've got with Sora. And these are trivial compared to what AI is going to do in terms of the contracts that Palantir has with the government and the military. It is insane what I've read on that, and it's an eye opener. But also how the AIP program that they have is going to be applied in these boot camps where people from Palantir will go into hospitals and train hospitals on their platform. And it takes like 3 days, where it used to take a couple weeks. Now it takes 3 days. They teach them the program. The program then tells them how to run their business. It says, okay, you have too many nurses on this floor. You need to apply them here. Not only that, but also how it injects itself into patient data and then can accurately, or within a level of accuracy, give prognosis and guidelines on how to help patients as well for doctors. And then also on the business side, tell them how to run the business. Like this is where AI is going to be crazy. So take some time, read up. Alex Karp, their CEO, is just really crazy too. He's very outspoken, man. And but you should take some time to read about that. That's where I see AI really hitting. And this is the more trivial side of things with AI. But anyway. Whew.